You might be wondering what it takes to hold 3 slabs of wild Chianti granite in place over natural stone. And what we're using is the same Type S prepackaged mortar mix that we used on the stone itself. It not only bonds well, but it also has enough strength to support the granite without sagging.
I think installing granite over the top of real stone is kind of difficult because you want the granite to be absolutely perfect. I mean, we're talking perfect. I think I got to come your way a little bit, maybe not.
Okay, no, back your way a little bit, Therese. No, I'm sorry, back your way, Lenny. Okay, so the way we're going to do these countertops is we're going to start with this one at the end. This is the toughest one because we had to scribe it to the stone. Then we'll put it in our middle section, and then we'll level in the last one. And of course, we want to make certain that we keep everything perfectly level, because if it isn't, when we set the grill on there, it's going to be rocking around. We don't want that to happen. So this is a very, very crucial part. It takes a lot of patience, and you can't do it halfway.
And what are you looking for?
So we have to come down on your end.
You don't want to shove it up on your end? The one going in first is against the stone because that's the most critical. Basically get it in, figure out your height, add in the mud to get your right distance, and to get enough mud to get your perfect level, because that first countertop sets the tone level front and back, level side to side. If that one's off, they're all off. So the first one takes time. Boy, we're within the world here now, Dean.
This is sweet.
After that, you just kind of follow the leader.
And let's get it right tight up against
the long thin one for the back. More mud, make sure the seam's perfect, make sure we're nice and square, straight, level.
Okay, let me double check here.
I still work with natural products, Steve.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way here.
Okay,
sorry.
good.
Sorry.
There. You're a little high yet there, but the back's going to hold, hopefully.
Okay, well, we're so close. Let's
planing, a lot of mud, a lot of shoving mud in.
Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so once we get the stones in place, we have a couple seams to take care of. Tony left behind some epoxy filler. He colored it to the countertop. I just mixed in some hardener, so I'm stirring that up now, so we are all set to go. We have the seam already taped up.
Ready?
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and clamp it. Yep. So what we'll do here is finish up our taping process. We'll separate the piece a little bit. We'll stick this down in the crack, push them back together again where we want them to be, and then kind of scrape it off and let it harden. Once it's hard, then we can just go over with some very fine steel wool and just smooth it out. You won't even be able to see it.
The seaming of the granite is very important. It does two things. It seals it up, makes it move in one big piece, and it makes that seam disappear. It takes a little time, but it's, like everything else, it's a very important process.
The key here is we want to make sure we get enough material down into the joint, although we're going to be pushing it back together fairly tight. And then once we're all set, we'll just scrape it off and let it harden.
Heavy. Just going to slide it right on top, Dean.
Yep, yeah, just let my fingers in there, so, okay.
These countertops are a little bit different installation. On an interior install, you can shim it with shims or whatever you want to use on top of wood. You can shim it perfectly. But here we're dealing with mortar to set these in. A lot more tricky to use mortar than shims. It's a little more fluid. It's definitely more time consuming to do it outside with mortar than inside with shims.
Okay, with the first two pieces in, we are ready for our final piece. We've kind of got that in a position, and we just want to get everything locked in place and we can do our seam again.